Hey everyone, I am coming at you today with simply the best live cam on the entire internet. How can I say that with such confidence? Well, let me tell you in just a second. First, I want to do what I always do, and that is ask my good friends out there to do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. Throw me a thumbs up. It's really going to help the YouTube algorithm to find my videos and to share my videos with more people. And hey, if you want to take it a step further, there is a PayPal donation link below. If you wanted to buy a guy a cup of coffee or a bowl of noodles or a brand new Ferrari, the choice is yours. The link is below, and all donations are greatly appreciated. Now, let's get to the best live cam on the internet. And here we go. Why am I calling this the best live cam on the internet? Simple. It's mine. This is 100% my live cam. I am running it right now. I'm running it 24/7. At least I'm doing my best. I've been having a lot of problems with YouTube where it just will randomly shut down the stream. The streaming software, everything is still working perfectly fine on my end. It's just on the YouTube end, they just decide, let's just stop it. Don't know why. My last stream went for 17 hours. Previous streams would go for 50 minutes, 5 days, 3 hours, 10 minutes, whatever. It's completely random. I don't really get it. It seems to have worked out a bit. However, I did just restart it to make sure that I had a good quality stream. What we are looking at right now is the construction site right outside my guest bedroom window. Actually, it's right outside these curtains right here. Luckily, they have stopped pile driving. Thank you for that. But it's fascinating how fast the construction is moving. And I want to show you some differences between construction sites in Canada, where I'm from, and construction sites here. So let's go full screen. Now, as you can see, it looks like your typical construction site, but for the moment, I want you to pay attention to this dump truck here. This truck just filled up with a load of soil. It is obviously very dirty, very muddy inside this construction site. But there's something fascinating going on that I've never seen before, and like I said, never seen in a Canadian construction site. Now obviously this guy's tires are going to be muddy and dirty as shit. So that when he heads out onto the road, there's going to be brown stains all over the place. But obviously there aren't. In Canada, there are huge amounts. But as you can see right now, he is pulling into this tank of water. And this is so he can remove the water, the mud from his vehicle before he heads onto the road. And as you can see, pardon me, he backs up a few times just to make sure he gets all the dirt off. This does not happen in Canada. If you are unfortunate enough to live near a construction site, your car is going to get muddy. You are going to see brown shit stains going out in every direction from these construction sites every single time. However, in China, they put this washing tank right here so that every vehicle, now you can see the concrete truck here, it comes in on this side. He will go and dump his load wherever it needs to go, and then he also will go back out through that tank of water. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. A simple little step like that makes the life of the people in the surrounding area so much better. But that's not the only thing they do. Obviously, construction sites can be very dry and dusty places, especially in the summertime. Now, this fence that they have, it serves two purposes. Not only is it a security fence to keep people from going in and getting hurt, but on the top row of the fence there are lights and there are misters. And these misters fire mist up into the air in order to keep the dust levels down for the people living in the neighborhood. Now right now I've got a really dry throat, but I don't think it's from this. I think it's from getting used to sleeping with air conditioning on, because You can't really see it in the picture, but it is freaking hot out there. Yesterday, for example, was the peak of our current heat wave, and it was in the sun where these people are working, 47 degrees Celsius. For my American viewers out there, that is 117 degrees Fahrenheit. Hot. Hot as hell. And these people are working hard. So, having those misters on the fence serves two purposes. Not only does it keep the dust down, but it provides misty air for the workers that are working in these confines, at least if you're close enough to the fence, lucky enough to be able to experience it. But again, it's one of those construction features I've never seen before. In fact, in areas where there's a lot of construction, the Chinese government will send misting trucks. And I'll show you what that looks like right over here, where they just send these big trucks through the neighborhood, not only wetting down the roads, but shooting huge plumes of water and mist into the air just to keep the dust levels down so people aren't breathing it in as they're walking around, working and doing their daily life. Unbelievable. This is such a fantastic a way of doing things. Now, like I said, I see this 24/7 because it's right out my window. Now, I have been having problems. I did try on several occasions to have this live cam running on the live cam Ant channel. However, because the live cam Ant channel is still very, very limited, very, very small, only 54 subscribers, but thank you. I'm really, really happy to have achieved 54 subscribers as quickly as we did. That's all because of you helping me out with thumbs up and subscribing. Right now, I'm using a very inexpensive $30 camera. That's why the quality of the camera is not as good as it could be. But trust me, as I figure out my locale, where the excellent camera shops are, and there are excellent camera shops, I will get an upgraded camera. You can help me with that by hitting that PayPal link below. Throw me a couple bucks. It really goes a long way, and I really do appreciate it. But no matter what, I am going to upgrade my camera so that I can show not just this rear scene on the construction site, but the front of my complex. I'm up on the 24th floor, so I get a great overall view of the street level and actual street life below me. But from this height, I don't get the best resolution. Once I get a better camera though, I'm going to show you what's really going on. But for now, let's take a look at this site. Now, some of the great stuff here, like I mentioned, this washing bay for the tires is amazing. This is unheard of. I've never seen this before. I've never seen the misters up on the top of the fences here in order to provide a little relief to the dust. Every construction site in China is a very secure location. Even workers wanting to go outside and get a bite to eat have to pass through a security checkpoint and either have identification, or likely after they have been there long enough, security guards would know who they are. But if I wanted to walk into this construction site, no freaking way. There would be no reason for me to be in there. It would not be safe for me to be in there. They would not let me in. So now I believe they're finally finished with the process of driving the piles. If any of you know how a pile driver works, that's these two machines over here. This is a big drill, but these are pile drivers where they basically take these long spikes and pound them down, down, down into the rock layers far, far below in order to give a firm and secure base for the building above it. That seems to be finally done, and thank goodness for that. When we first moved here, it was a bit loud, and these poor buggers, they work at least 12 hours a day. Now, off to the side here, where these cars are parked, you can't really see it, but there are these makeshift little accommodations. They're basically like shipping containers, but lighter built, that they stack on top of each other, and that's where all the construction workers live. Now, construction workers are not the same in China as they are back home. Back home, you would go home at night, have dinner with your family, have a shower, go to bed, get up the next day, drive or take transportation to work, do your 8 hours, and come back home again. right? You would bring your own lunch, you would eat your own breakfast, and you'd go home for dinner. China, it's not the same. And this is not just in construction. Many companies, including schools that I used to work in, work the same way as this, where when you work for this company, you're likely going to work a 10 to 12 hour workday. However, you are going to have accommodations that you don't have to pay for. And yes, there may be 3 other people farting and snoring and burping in your room at night, but all the money that you make from your job goes into your bank. You do not pay for your accommodations at all. Nowadays, I see that they have started putting air conditioners into all of the rooms. I am sure the construction guys absolutely love that, because when I lived here 7 years ago, that was not the case. But it's one of those things you get used to. My wife is crazy. She can still sleep without air conditioning, and I don't know how she does it. Every day, they will get up in the morning and have breakfast prepared for them. They have a cookhouse. It's very similar to the military. They will go eat their breakfast, then they will go work. At lunch, they will have a 2-hour, sometimes longer, break where they can go have a nice big lunch, fill their bellies, and then go have a long nap to get prepared for the next shift. They get up, they continue their work till about 8 or 9 o'clock at night, at which point they will go back to the cookhouse and have a big dinner, or they are free to go out and eat in little restaurants, drink beer, do as they like. They're not confined by any means to this construction site, but all of their daily needs are provided for them. Their clothing that they wear at work will be provided, their meals are provided, their shelter is provided, their showers are provided. Everything is provided for them, so their families that are living off-site can have their rent paid for, can have money for the kids to go to school and to buy clothes and to do things, to put into savings for university and college later on after high school, things of that nature. So it may seem very harsh and very difficult in a lot of ways, but really, in a lot of ways, it's a lot more humane than it is in our own culture. I mean, in Canada, I remember working on construction sites where I'd have to drive 2 hours in each direction to go work a 9 to 10 hour day, and then come home exhausted, stuff a little food into my belly, go to bed, and then get up the next morning and do it all again. Now, this is very tough, whereas these guys, yes, they work a 12-hour shift, but they don't have to take a bus, or they don't have to go anywhere afterwards. They can actually rest and take a 12-hour break before they start work again. How many of you can take a 12-hour break before your next shift at work? Even if you only work an 8-hour shift, can you really take 12 hours off in between and do nothing? I don't think so. But anyway, this construction site is fascinating. They've just started building this retaining wall around here, and this entire side corner they built in 3 days. It's been remarkable the amount of work they've put in here. Now that the pile driving has stopped, they're digging down, they're refilling with different soil, they're hauling soil out. I suspect now they are building the foundation for the underground parking. I suspect this is going to be another high-rise apartment building in my neighborhood, though I would be tickled fricking pink if this were to turn into a little shopping center or a little mall or a little non-living area. But we'll see. We're still in the process of looking for a home to buy, so we may be only in this neighborhood for 1 more year anyway. But this is a fascinating camera, and I highly recommend you go check it out. Like I said, it is on my other channel, Sirant. I will put a link to it below, and while you're over there, do me a huge favor, let's build that channel as well. I have 2 going. This is my career. I'm not teaching in China. I'm not working in China. I am making videos for you. I am showing you not just the greatest webcam in the world, and a whole bunch of other ones too, of course, but I'm also sharing my life and my experiences here in China, and I hope you find it as fascinating and interesting as I do. Anyway, hit that subscribe, hit that thumbs up on both sites. Thank you very much, and we will see you in the next video.